Fashion illustrator Antonio Lopez captures the essence of style in art. For more than 2 decades, Antonio has influenced the course of fashion design with his inventive and often exotic drawings.
Ever since I can remember, I've loved fashion. My mother was a dressmaker, so I was surrounded, with fabric and with women all the time coming in and out of the house. Aunts. I had these crazy aunts that did a lot of traveling. They went to Spain, and they would come back with alligator shoes. And as a little kid, you see alligator shoes, and it's really so inspiring, as a kid to see all this craziness going around me. So that's how it was like. I was infected very, very early. I was raised in Harlem, and Saturday afternoons, my mother would just take all the kids to the movie house and leave us there for hours and hours. And it was like a quarter, and you saw 3 movies plus 10 cartoons and 100 coming attractions. I remember all the exotic, let's say, and all the Orientalism. And that was part of my growing up, and I was really, influenced. I get a lot from just looking, and I'm like a sponge, I absorb everything. It was very late, later on, like around 15, where I realized that, that I really had this talent, and either I was going to be a designer or an illustrator, and my teachers kept saying, "You're such a good artist, and they don't have that many, and they have so many great designers, why don't you just do illustration?" And I did. I sort of took the advice of my teachers. I was very lucky, because right after FIT, John Fairchild hired me for women's wear. And at the age of 17, I was, working with all the top people. And so it was a break. It was those years, the 1960s, where anything was possible. I think fashion is art. I like to think of it like an art. And I think that's what saves me and makes me different, perhaps, than the others, is that I really, really insist on quality. And this is what I'm doing now with my books. I just did that book, 1001 Nights. And there's a lot of fashion in it, but it isn't really fashion. And this is what I want to do more of. And they've asked me to do any book I wanted to do. And the 1001 Nights has always been a favorite of mine since I was a kid.
Antonio captures the exotic in his New York studio. Unlike most modern fashion illustrators who work from photographs, Antonio draws from life. Under his magic spell, the live model is transformed at the stroke of his brush.
Well, first is the clothes, since I'm illustrating clothes. And then I'll just do little rough sketches of what I think they should be like. And then I'll do my research and in positioning and etc.